So Marvel's new toy, Thor: Love and Thunder, it just came off the assembly line. I just finished watching it, and boy, is it bad. There's one word, two words I'd like to call it actually. Dog shit. Just like all the other Marvel movies and shows that have been coming out since Phase 4, it is the same bullshit. It's just the. I'm so happy too. A lot of other people are waking up to the MCU problem or the Marvel problem that all these movies are following the same trajectory in that they are decaying gradually and more prominently with each and every movie. And it's very apparent that Marvel doesn't care about their own continuity, and they haven't cared about their own continuity since Endgame. And they didn't even really care about Endgame either. Endgame was not good. It's just horrible. I'm sick of it. I'm glad that other people are really getting like waking up to this fact. Maybe like in another few years, Marvel will finally change. This film is a mess. Okay, it's a complete mess. There's not much else to say about that. For someone to get into like the one good thing about the movie that isn't even really good because you have to dig so deep into watching the movie in order to like really understand that they had an idea. The movie had an idea. They just didn't know what the fuck they were doing. Almost like, and again, it really is. This movie is an assembly of just pieces of other ideas that they haphazardly are putting together. They don't know what the fuck they're doing with. All right, hence like the very apparent tonal mess of the movie. Anyway, I'll get back to the good thing. The only good thing that the movie had an idea for, and that they immediately squandered it, but it was there. They had an idea. It was good, at least for a few minutes. It's the very beginning of the movie, the intro. We get to see Gord, or whatever his name is. Gord, yes? Gord the Butcher? Whatever. And, his backstory. It was short, very short lived. We got to see him as a father crying over his daughter. It's very explicit why. Obviously, he cares for this child. He's a father who loves his child, and it's very sad. And it explains a lot. And we get immediate, but then just after that, we get 2 minutes of like a golden shower, and then the shower from gold into just stinky doo doo piling on top of your head. Gord. Gord was a loving father, and it is very understandable and relatable how he like turned into the monster that he then turned into, the god killer that he now is. Into before he was just this loving dad, and that was good. That was good. I like that. Unfortunately, we then get into like, oh my god, so many problems. I'll just talk about the beginning. It's so how convenient that Gord finds this aperture of gods into his like desert world that just suddenly appears before him, and his god that he worships doesn't even know that that Gord is a follower of him. And he tells him, well, you're going to suffer and die because that's what you're going to do, and I don't care about you, and it doesn't really matter. And it very, very convenient that the God killing sword is right there with them. It just, everything just happens to be in the place it happens to be, right? It's awful. And this whole movie is like that. Very convenient. Lots of convenient things that happen, like Jane becoming mighty Thor. Um, all the other stuff, all the continuity issues, the world building specifically about adding new things like the MacGuffin that can grant any fucking rule breaking wish. Oh my god. The new gods, Zeus and all the other gods, and what they do in the world is apparently nothing, but they're still there, and they have all these powers, but it doesn't matter what they do. Thor kills one of them, and we'll never see the consequences of that act. There's a joke brushing past that fact in the film. Thor kills Zeus, and it's like, oh, yeah, all these gods are probably gonna come after me and kill me till the end of time, but whatever, we got more pressing issues. What the fuck? What the actual fuck? And so yeah, that leans into, listen, I can understand maybe why some people would like this movie and some of like Taika Waititi's other works, and it makes sense. This film is very reminiscent of Ragnarok and the Guardian of the Galaxy films and other films that Taiko has worked on, like Jojo Rabbit and Free Guy, I believe. Yes, and some of his other films too, where comedy. The comedy is so prevalent, but this just isn't like a Taika Waititi problem. This has been happening in Marvel for like a decade, right? Where the jokes are supplanting the thematic through lines of the film, and even creating this overtaking the drama of the film too in places where it shouldn't, right? And it happens a lot in this film. In fact, most of this film is supplanted by like comedy, and then serious things happen, but like comedy is placed into those serious moments, so there's no breathing room, right? So we get the comedy and we get more comedy. Okay, then there's more comedy. Well, more comedy. Oh, drama, more comedy in the drama. Like we got a conflict. Oh, just more comedy. Continuity errors, more comedy. We don't care. World building errors, we don't care. Comedy. Just everything's comedy. And listen, comedy is one of the most subjective things that anyone can like uh, ever talk about. And while I was watching the film, I I was thinking to myself like, okay, yeah, all this is funny, right? All of it's funny, sure, it's very funny. Some jokes didn't hit me as better as other jokes, but yeah, this is funny. And I can see why maybe that will like pull the wool over people's eyes. Like, oh, since everything is like injected with comedy, and I mean everything, literally everything. It might like it's gonna give the illusion that this film is funny and good just because there's just so much the comedy and the tonal shifts of it is taking over most of the other aspects of the movie and the past movies. I mean the fact that like Thor is basically a buffoon in this movie, and he never really does anything right. Even though they constantly talk about Thor losing everything, even Thor has lost. Think of all the things Thor has lost: his family, his friends, the people who love him. All of them. He's lost Jane before. Now she's back, only for her to die right at the end of this film. Like, and he loses her again. Well, fuck. Like, what are we doing here? And it's really fucking irritating. I watched this movie twice. The first time I watched it, it happened to me. All the comedy is like, oh yeah, while I was watching it, oh, this is getting really funny. It's really funny. That makes my mind go, what are they trying to hide here? Because it was the entire film, and I had to watch it again. Just the more I watched it, just the more irritated I got when all these errors and all this bad shit kept happening, and they just like brush it under the rug, right? Okay, we should talk about the CGI. The CGI was pretty saturated. Oh my god, this didn't know what they were doing with the CGI either. Fuck. There was there were moments when it was like good. And there were moments where it was oversaturated. There were other moments where it was undersaturated. It's like even the CGI was a fucking mess. It was that one scene where they like went from oversaturated colors when they were going to the Shadow Realm. It just become nothing was saturated. It was just gray and dark, and everything looked gross and ugly as all sin. Fuck. My god. All right. Continuity errors. All right. Let's just talk about. I want to talk about Jane. I want to talk about Jane and how it makes no sense that at this point in time she is Mighty Thor. So apparently, by mistake, Thor put a magical spell on Mjolnir while they were dating. So this is during the time of like the first Avengers, right? And uh, before so the first Avengers and Thor: Dark World during that time, he accidentally put a spell of love, whatever that means, on the hammer that supplants Odin's spell that he meticulously and intentionally put on the hammer that says whoever be worthy shall hold the power of Thor. Thor's spell of love that he puts on the hammer over supplants that spell apparently. That is to protect Jane because he loves Jane, and thereby somehow the hammer then calls to Jane at this particular moment when she has cancer. Fuck, right? Sounds ridiculous. Calls her over to New Asgard, where the hammer reassembles itself and then creates mighty Thor. What the fuck? Why? And again, she can wield the hammer just because of this spell. So I'm so confused though, right? So that means this spell is supplanting the if she be worthy spell, or they come together and they mash together, and it means that Jane is somehow worthy of the hammer. Not that I even know what it means to be worthy of the hammer, right? It's the worthiness of the hammer has been so muddled and confusing that even Thor himself doesn't know if he's worthy. And that's been like an issue of every film that Thor's been in. Literally every film. He doesn't know if he's worthy or not. And this is another crux of of the thematic through line of the movie is Thor finding himself. Fuck. Like he hasn't been doing that his entire runtime in the MCU. It's been over a decade and he still doesn't know. It's so irritating. My God, and they're just again this goes along the lines of they're just ruining Thor's character. They've done it. They've ruined his character. He is a baffling buffoon in this movie. He has almost nothing to do. He fights Gord and with the help of Jane. And that's how they defeat Gord. He almost does nothing. Um, and it's just played off as a joke, and then Jane dies. Oh my God. What are we doing here? Can we stop? We need to stop. We can't. Marvel can't keep doing this. Phase 4 is like ruined the MCU. Every film has been a 0 to 3 film in the runtime, and it's getting aggravating. Like they don't now it's seen as like Marvel doesn't make good movies anymore. They used to make good to average movies. Now they're making average to horrible movies every time. And shows. This is now the shows are in there in that category as well. 0 to 3. There hasn't been one good Marvel show at all. And I don't like this like buffoonery of like somehow the movie thinks that Thor is a joke for losing his family and friends all the time, and it's so important to the MCU. But like it's hilarious, right? Because when Wanda, the thematic through line in that movie is that no, Wanda is sympathetic, and she did all these horrible things, but she's still a hero, right? It makes sense she did all these. Thor's never done anything bad like that ever. He's never like brainwashed an entire town of like 4,000 people and murdered a bunch of superheroes. Thor's never done that. Yet we get this like Thor. It's supposed to be funny when Thor's like all his like dreams are crashing upon his shoulders and he's losing all these people. It's just a big joke. It's miserable. It's fucking miserable to watch that and see that happen. God. I'm like, fuck. And we gotta talk about it too. They made yet another MacGuffin that supplants the stones. The stones were supposedly the most powerful thing in existence in the Marvel Universe. Just kidding. The TVA supplants the stones. Oh, just kidding. Kang supplants the TVA in the entire Marvel Universe. Oh, just kidding. Now we have this place called Eternity, and when you get there, you get one free rule-breaking wish to do anything. Literally, Gord brings back his dead daughter, and then Gord dies. And now Thor's taking care of his daughter. Oh my God, it's so fucking stupid. But again, the implications of this one free rule-breaking wish that apparently all the gods know about, but we've never heard of it before. And Gord knows about it. Thor knows about it. But we never heard of this thing before. It's only coming out now in this movie. Where are the implications, right? What could have they done to fight Thanos, right? With this one free rule-breaking wish. What could Thanos have done if he knew about this place? What could anyone in the galaxy or the universe have done if they knew about eternity and this wish that anyone can make? What the fuck? and they put a hamper on it. You only get one. Only the first person who goes there gets the wish. The first person. How is anyone supposed to know who else has ever been there? Fuck. Jesus Christ. I'm so sick of it. Ugh. Oh my god. And yeah, I think this Thor: Love and Thunder might be just like a little bit worse than Doctor Strange. I can't even remember what I gave Doctor Strange. I gave it like a 3. I'm talking about Multiverse of Madness. Ye- I'm giving this like a 2 to a 3, right? It's in that range of God. It just keeps decaying, it's degrading at a level of literal madness. My God, and I can't help but to like cringe at the thought of what they're gonna do next. What else are they gonna fuck up? What else are they gonna ruin? It seems to be the Marvel MO to just forget about continuity. And it makes sense too, right? All these writers and directors aren't working together anymore in the MCU. It used to be that like world building was a huge thing. It's why you would watch these movies, because you get to see the connective line that all these directors and writers are putting so much thought into to create this linear story that it's entertainment. It's entertainment. Now all these other ones in Phase 4, they're ruining everything. They're resetting everything. They're breaking everything. It doesn't matter anymore. Fuck it. Fuck it. I hate it so much. God, it's annoying. Oh my god. I could say like other things too. Listen, the acting in this film, it was okay, mediocre at best. The people who really bring it, obviously, are Oh my god, Chris Hemsworth and Christian Bale. They bring it. Christian Bale, he kills it as Gord. But like he's a good actor, right? He's really good. Chris Hemsworth too. He's the same fun-loving Thor we all remember. And it's great. Yeah, we like seeing Thor and Chris Hemsworth on screen because he's got this comedic timing and he's very good at comedy, playing comedy as a character as Thor, and he can do all these serious moments too. They just don't do that in this movie, but he can do that, and it's great to watch. What's her face? Foster, Jane. No, not Jane. Jane, the person who Natalie Portman. Natalie Portman, she's not very good. It doesn't make sense why she needs to be even in this film just for her to die after. Literally, she was inserted into this film just to die, even though they took her out of the MCU. And she was just here. She's obviously just here for the money, right? For all the fucking money they're gonna give her, and then she fucks off. Right. What was the point, right? And Tessa Thompson, she's the same Tessa Thompson she's always been, very almost like Daisy Ridley, like barefaced. She acts the same way in every movie. She's nothing special at all. Taika Waititi obviously inserts himself. He inserts himself way a lot, so much into this movie as the Rock guy. Oh my God, is Gord too? Is that his name? Or am I getting his Gord the Butcher? I forget his name. Whatever. He's just inserted himself so much in this movie. He's kind of annoying to just watch it. It's not like Ragnarok where he wasn't a big part of the movie. He was just this funny guy in the movie. The comedic relief. But in Thor: Love and Thunder, everything is a comedic relief, right? There is no drama really, or there is, but it's an illusion of that because they undermine it with comedy. Fuck. It's frustrating to watch. All right, and there are other problems, like obviously Natalie, they like CGI'd her body, or they put like a bodysuit on her because she looks way bigger than she normally would be. They give her like buff CGI arms or whatever, and it's fucking gross looking. It's obviously not real. And Chris Hemsworth, it looks like he's been working out a lot. His arms are fucking huge, and it's real because he can do that. Whatever. Um, yeah, I hated this movie. I'm glad other people hate this movie as well. I'm glad other people are waking up to the M shit you. Fuck it. I'm still gonna keep watching them. I want to see how far they can get into the shit, right? How deep can they go? It'll it's gonna be a masterpiece. until the next big thing, like the next huge fight, because they're setting up all these one-off movies, right? Because they're definitely setting up like Little Thor or something, the girl. They've set up Shang-Chi. They've set up the other Black Widow. They've set up the new Hawkeye. They've set up more Doctor Strange stuff. Spider-Man is probably out. Uh, Miss Marvel's in now. Moon Knight. They're gonna where is this all gonna go? Where is it gonna go? Where? Who's the next big baddie they all gotta come together to kill? Galactus? Who's it gonna be? Kang? Is it gonna be Ultron again? I can't wait to see all the bad shit. That's gonna come together. It's gonna be hilarious. Oh my god, it's gonna take years from now though, right? It's gonna be like another decade before that happens, and fuck it, we'll all still be watching it. Who knows? Honestly, fuck it. I'm I'm still flabbergasted about how this movie could possibly be made. Um, no more. We need no more like undermining the drama, and we got to stop with these just massive tonal shifts that completely destroy the themes and the plot of the story. No more continuity errors. No more destroying the past world building. No more MacGuffins that rewrite history and everything. That can do that and that has the power to, and no one knew about it before until now. We gotta stop. It's time to stop. Literally. All right. I'm done ranting. This has been my discussion. All right. You guys have a good day. See ya.